Well, I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you. Come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. Well, I'm all for Christmas. It's a magical time full of kisses. Take a walk outside and tickle the snowman's nose. Did you hear something from the chimney? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Oh, whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas, I only wanna be close to you.
Christmas Eve, and I've still got nothing for you. I'm out on a last minute spree, hoping to find that something that makes you see that I love you.
I've been out running all day, nothing catches my eye. What do you get for someone who has it all? I've been to every corner of this godforsaken mall. What in the world would be that something that made you see that I love you?
All I've got to give for Christmas is this, a Christmas kiss. Close your eyes and pucker your lips. your Christmas kiss. Your Christmas
It's something no one else is getting.
It's something you won't be soon forgetting. It's something we can share and take with us all I've got to give for Christmas is this, a Christmas kiss. So close your eyes and pucker your lips, 'cause here it is, your Christmas kiss. All I've got for Christmas is this, a Christmas kiss. So close your eyes and pucker your lips, 'cause here it is, your Christmas kiss. Your Christmas kiss. Christmas kiss.
I've never cared much for winter. Ice and snow leaves me totally cold. But something's up each year in December. I love it like a miner loves gold. It's never about the presents, the turkey or the Christmas tree. It's all about that glow in my baby's eyes that lights a fire inside of me. My baby's just crazy about Christmas. Just listen to that kitten, the way she purrs. There's something in the air this time of the year. She's crazy about Christmas, and I'm crazy about her. Oh, the deeds that I do to please her, ain't a thing that I wouldn't do. I give my babe whatever she wants. I catch a reindeer if she wants me to. My baby's got a thing for Santa. She blushes and she giggles whenever he's near. I grow myself a beard in time for Christmas. I keep it throughout the year. My baby's just crazy about Christmas. Listen to that kitten, the way she purrs. There's something in the air this time of the year. She's crazy about Christmas, and I'm crazy about her. limit is starting to grow on me too. Baby's crazy about Christmas. She's crazy about Christmas. She's crazy this Christmas. She whispers in my ear, hey Santa, come here. Please make my wish come true.
Lines are busting out the door, Christmas songs in every store. Can't stand to hear one more, please won't you make it stop. Snow is piled 5 feet high, dog ate the pecan pie. Hurry up, store-bought is fine, Christmas time again. They say it's so pretty, that time in New York City. I say cold and gritty, packed in like sardines. Got a flat on the interstate, Mama warned me don't be late. Pretty please save me a plate, Christmas time again. Letty's new friend Jane,
Sister's back with what's his name,
all together once again.
and once a year is plenty.
Laughter bouncing off the wall,
Hear the cackle down the hall, too loud to think at all, Christmas time again.
here come the holidays, so
Save up a whole month's pay and
spend it on a one-night stay with a view of Rockefeller, racing for the icy weather.
bake the cookies, knit the sweater, stand in line, wait forever, Christmas time again. If December's got you down, take the time and look around. You will find there's love abound, Christmas time again. Hear the jolly jingle sound, Christmas time again.
I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all from the lights to the mistletoe. Tell me one thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you. Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. Well, I'm all for Christmas. It's a magical time full of kisses. Take a walk outside and tickle the snowman's nose. Moving nimbly, did you hear something from the chimney? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow. Oh, whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your wishes tonight come true. The love I lived, the dream I knew. This Christmas I only wanna be close to you.
Hurry, hurry, Mama's looking worried. Will the pie be ready in time? Papa's out getting a tree while my sister and me are writing verses and rhymes. Soon they will be here, same as every year. Everyone wants home for Christmas. No matter if it's near or far, everyone wants home for Christmas. Wherever in the world they are, one after the other, knocking at the door. Here everybody's welcome, the rich and the poor. Kids play on the outside in the newly fallen snow, while the grown-ups all huddle up inside away from the blistering cold. Soon Santa will be here, the same as every year. Everyone wants home for Christmas. No matter if it's near or
us out getting a tree while my sister and me are writing verses and rhymes. Soon they will be here, same as every year. Everyone wants home for Christmas. No matter if it's near or far, everyone wants home for Christmas. Wherever in the world they are, one after the other, knocking at the door. Here everybody's welcome, the rich and the poor. Kids play on the outside in the newly fallen snow, while the grown-ups all huddle up inside, away from the blistering cold. Soon Santa will be here, the same as every year. Everyone wants home for Christmas. No matter if it's near or far, yeah. Everyone wants home for Christmas. Wherever in the world they are. Let's make a snowman. That's something even the grown-ups can. The carrot for his nose. Let's call him Frosty. He'll be our friend. What does it matter if it's all pretend? Everyone wants home for Christmas. No matter if it's near or far, everyone wants home for Christmas. Wherever in the world they are, everyone wants home for Christmas. Yeah. No matter if it's near or far, everyone wants home for Christmas. Wherever in the world they are.
Lines are busting out the door, Christmas songs in every store. Can't stand to hear one more, please won't you make it stop? Snow is piled 5 feet high, dog ate the pecan pie. Hurry up, store-bought is fine, Christmas time again. They say it's so pretty, that time in New York City. I say cold and gritty, packed in like sardines. Got a flat on the interstate, Mama warned me don't be late. Pretty please save me a plate, Christmas time again. Uncle Eddie's new friend Jane.
Sister's back with what's his name.
All together once again.
And once a year is plenty.
Laughter bouncing off the wall.
Hear the cackle down the hall. Too loud to think at all. Christmas time again.
Here come the holidays, so
save up a whole month's pay and
spend it on a one-night stay with a view of Rockefeller, racing for the icy weather.
Bake the cookies, knit the sweater, stand in line, wait forever. Christmas time again. If December's got you down, take the time and look around. You will find there's love abound. Christmas time again. Hear the jolly jingle sound. Christmas time again.
I've never cared much for winter. Ice and snow leaves me totally cold. But something's up each year in December. I love it like a miner loves gold. It's never about the presents, the turkey or the Christmas tree. It's all about that glow in my baby's eyes that lights a fire inside of me. My baby's just crazy about Christmas. Just listen to that kitten, the way she purrs. There's something in the air this time of the year. She's crazy about Christmas, and I'm crazy about her. Oh, the deeds that I do to please her, ain't a thing that I wouldn't do. I give my babe whatever she wants. I catch a reindeer if she wants me to. My baby's got a thing for Santa. She blushes and she giggles whenever he's near. I've grown myself a beard in time for Christmas. I keep it throughout the year. My baby's just crazy about Christmas. Listen to that kitten, the way she purrs. There's something in the air this time of the year. She's crazy about Christmas, and I'm crazy about her. Christmas, I must admit it's starting to grow on me too. Baby's crazy about Christmas. She's crazy about Christmas. She's crazy this Christmas. She whispers in my ear, hey Santa, come here. Please make my wish come true.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, the storm is on its way, but as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything to be perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas,